So welcome back. Still speaking about Chapter 7 of Healing America's Narratives, that chapter which regards the post-9/11 wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. And in today's episode, we're continuing to reflect on the 2021 report from the Special Inspector General for Afghanistan Reconstruction. The report was divided into 7 categories. I'm going to name them quickly and give you a one-sentence summary of each of these categories. If we have time, we'll develop one of them in a little bit more detail. So the 7 categories of this report about lessons learned after 20 years in Afghanistan were strategy, timelines, sustainability, personnel, insecurity, context, and monitoring and evaluation. First one, strategy. The U.S. government continuously struggled to develop and implement a coherent strategy for what it hoped to achieve. Again, this is the Special Inspector General for Afghanistan Reconstruction's 20-year report, Lessons Learned After 20 Years in Afghanistan. Number 2, timelines. The U.S. government consistently underestimated the amount of time required to rebuild Afghanistan and created unrealistic timelines and expectations that prioritized spending quickly. These choices increased corruption and reduced the effectiveness of the programs. 3, sustainability. Many of the institutions and infrastructure projects the United States built were not sustainable. 4, personnel. Counterproductive civilian and military personnel policies and practices thwarted the effort. Now, again, each of these is developed fully in the report. I'm reading you a summary sentence of each. 5, insecurity. Persistent insecurity severely undermined reconstruction efforts. 6, context. The U.S. government did not understand the Afghan context and therefore failed to tailor its efforts accordingly. We're going to return to that one because it specifically reiterates one of the lessons learned from Robert McNamara post-Vietnam and one of the precepts, or several of the precepts, that President Eisenhower gave us after World War II. And finally, number 7, monitoring and evaluation. The U.S. government agencies rarely conducted sufficient monitoring and evaluation to understand the impact of their efforts. So again, don't take my word for this. You can go online. You can find the report, the official government report online. Read it for yourself, and there's extensive research beyond that you could do. So again, thank you for tuning in. We'll continue in the next episode looking specifically at a little bit more detail of this, of number 6 of the subtitles in this report, which was context, that the United States did not understand the Afghan context. So thank you for tuning in. We're zeroing in on what it will take to heal America's narratives, with a specific focus in these most recent episodes on our post-9/11 wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. Thank you, as always.